I've been thinking about triggers a lot lately. And I hate to admit this, but most of the time, the thing that bothers me the most is also the thing trying to teach me something. And I've said this before too. Anything that triggers you is also trying to tell me like where the wound is. And that's annoying because I'd rather believe the problem is them completely. And sometimes it is the other person, right? Like, depends. And I'm not talking about like abusive situations and stuff like that. We treat triggers like enemies. Like, why does this person get under my skin so much? But a trigger is just usually an emotional wound getting pressed, basically. It's not random. Like, this has happened before. It's something old meeting something current, like something that has happened before is reigniting right now. So when it could be from childhood, it could be recent, it could be yet that you've reached your limit. So there's a bunch of things that could affect your triggers. So when something hits harder than it should, that's usually a clue. That's how I see it, at least. And I'm at a point right now where I don't label somebody as evil. Like, I try to look from my point of view as well. Like, something in me is reacting to something that they did or something that they said. You know, like you could like literally not give a shit or not care and just not engage. But sometimes you want to. And that's a different story that I guess we can get into in a different episode. But anyway, right now, the ego story is always they are disrespectful, they are wrong, they shouldn't act like that. And sometimes it's true. It's not like black and white, right? But there's also a quieter story. Why does this remind me of something? Why does this feel familiar? And triggers don't mean that you're weak. They usually mean you've been through something or you've been through enough, like I said, right? You've reached the limit. And here's the part I don't actually love. Triggers actually don't show up when you're doing amazing. They show up when something still needs attention or when you're not doing your best. And I don't say this in a way that, oh, you have to be doing amazing. No, people can be doing amazing one day and something can tip that off the next day. And then you can go back to being amazing again and then you'll have your low day, right? Yeah, you can also be doing good. And then if the trigger is big enough for you and if you haven't like healed that part or if you haven't made peace with that part, it can actually get to you. And they show up when something still needs attention, right? And that doesn't mean that you're not healed. It just means that you're human. Healing does not mean that you're superhuman. And sometimes the trigger is about boundaries. Sometimes it's about self-worth. Sometimes it's about not feeling seen. That's the bit that can actually trigger you. And a lot of women, I feel like, go through that because of patriarchy or how conditioned our life is to certain way of being, right? So people who question it mostly, and especially if you're surrounded by people who are conditioned deep into patriarchy, you'll be the only person like speaking up for it, and that's when you'll get triggered, right? Because like I said, the few things of not being seen and self-worth and boundaries and all that. But it's almost never about the surface thing either, right? So let's talk about how triggers become teachers. A trigger is basically saying, hey, like, look here. Like, it's not like fix the world, but understand yourself, right? A trigger is telling you like, hey, like, look at what just happened. And it's not asking you, okay, fix what's outside. It's asking you to look what's inside. If someone ignores you or sends you spiraling, maybe there's something about abandonment or being invisible there. And like, I practice something called Kabbalah, which talks about tikkuns, right? Your tikkuns are your soul corrections, basically. So whenever there's a trigger, there's also a soul correction there. If criticism feels unbearable, maybe there's something about self-trust there. Not blame, just information. So these are some of the ways you get triggered. Like, there's so many other ways each person could get triggered. I'm just offering the most common ones, or at least that's applicable to me. And The moment you stop asking why are they like this and start asking why is this landing so hard on me, like you get your power back, right? Don't engage. The moment you don't engage and start asking yourself like why is this triggering, right? Like why is this affecting me so much? You take your power back because now you're not reacting. You're learning. You're basically understanding yourself. You're learning from what just happened, and that is alchemy. You alchemize that growth, that information into yourself. So next time you know how to handle it. And that applies, that goes for every single thing in your life. And learning changes how long something gets to control you, right? The moment you alchemize that within yourself, or you alchemize anything that triggers you, it no longer gets to control you. So yeah, your triggers might actually be your teachers, which is unfortunate, I know, because triggers usually show up as people or situations you didn't actually ask for. But if something keeps showing up, it's probably not random, right? It's a pattern repeating. And noticing that does not make you weak. If anything, it makes you aware. That's all I wanted to say today. Just something I've been sitting with and wanted to share with the people who are listening. And once again, thanks for tuning into Just Real Talk. I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.